We really are trained to see the world upside down, inside out, and reverse. So we live really a false reality, and that's before and without AI, particularly in our new urban modernization since the Industrial Revolution. We already live such a transhuman lifestyle. We don't need video games and simulations. That's immaterial, irrelevant. It's already been done. We're completely out of touch with our environment, the real world. And if you ever talk to people, as I have a few friends who hunt, who actually get out there and hunt, the initial reaction when I show the pictures of them going hunting, gutting, and cutting the animal in the wild, they are repulsed by a real life because they live in a simulation. But everyone goes out to a restaurant. Where is the guts and the blood and the gore? Not present. And they put down a card to get their meat. They don't pick up a bow, an axe, a knife, a rifle. No. They didn't go and trap it, defeather it, deskin it. No. Drain its blood, empty its guts, quarter it, carry it out from the wild, hang it, clean it, butcher it, prepare it, salt it. No. So they're out of touch. So they look at the hunter, the man in the fatigue, the bearded man, the bloodied hand man, and they're grossed out and repulsed by it. Heck, they're even repulsed by the butcher in the back of the store. But the butcher in the back of the store didn't catch the animal, didn't chase the animal, didn't take that animal from its family. And so we're so out of touch that we see our urban life as the reality, a grocery store as a reality, a restaurant as a reality, a hamburger place as a reality. But what about all those cows, those bloodied cows whose heads were smashed in, or that famous chicken place? Who took all those feathers out of it? Who had to listen to those chickens quack, 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 quack before they wrung its neck? Seriously, we're out of touch with reality. And yet, in reality, the reality that we hate is the only reality that's keeping us alive. Not the real estate guy in Newport Beach behind a desk smoking a cigar. No. Because the cigar can't feed him, and nor can the real estate deals. Because what's feeding him and keeping him alive is air and water, grain and meat. But he's not out on the cold sea pulling in the marlin or the tuna. He's not in the dirt. He's at Fashion Island or South Coast Plaza. He's not on a horse, an ox, and muddied, heavy steel toe shoes. He's in his nice sandals or flip-flops or $2,000 Italian shoes, smoking a cigar and thinking he's a man. He would be dead if it wasn't for the bloodied, dirtied farmer, hunter, fisherman. He wouldn't even be able to live. Doesn't know how to hunt, doesn't know how to catch a chicken, doesn't know how to defeather it or gut it. Doesn't know how to get his hands wet, doesn't know how to pull in a marlin, doesn't know how to wobble on a ship, to jump in the water, doesn't know how to do any of that. And yet it's only that keeps him alive. We have sold our souls to inhumanity and deem any real human, hunter, gatherer, farmer, fisherman, tradesman, as something less. What a strange world. And so, is that any different than not seeing a woman as a woman or a man as a man. So what? We don't even see a real human as a human. We demean them because their faces haven't been polished and sanded to look like a Ken doll from a Mattel box. We don't see the real women that are getting the water by the river, pulling and scraping and cutting the tall grain, milking the cow, working and helping to bring in the logs. No, we see the ones that have Botox and silicone Tetons on their chests. We see the ones who are weaved and bleached and wigged. Not a woman. The real women aren't that. So you're already living in a simulation and a false reality of what real humans are. We're so out of touch. And it doesn't work any differently than those of you who are people of faith. So out of touch. You think God is just in between the pages of a book you read. And somehow or another that compensates and makes you feel good about your faith. You don't even live your faith other than you're reading a book. That's not faith. You're attending a building one day or once a month or whatever. That's not what God is looking for. All of the false simulation of what real love and real life is, love for God and what that looks like, and love for your wife. It's not flowers. It's not Valentine's Day. It's not the birthday and the anniversaries, please. People didn't do that in life, in antiquity. They were too busy living life to worrying about an anniversary and losing and getting upset and crying their eyes out and willing to divorce because someone forgot a birthday or an anniversary. You've lost your humanity for what matters. So, I guess the next question is, what are you going to do about it?